In English grammar, we often take a simple, everyday observation and work backward to find the underlying logic. To do this, we rely on two specific modal verbs, must and can't. These allow us to state that a fact is either a certainty or a total impossibility based on the evidence available. We will break down the mechanics for both present and past tense scenarios. Once the rules are clear, we'll move straight into the worksheet to solve the first few problems together. By the end of this video, you will have the specific sentence structures required to complete your English grammar in use exercises with confidence. Let's establish our definitions. In this context, must signals that we are certain something is true. Can't signals that we are certain it is impossible. Section A shows the logic. A woman sees a house near a motorway and concludes it must be very noisy. For present tense deductions, follow this first table. Add must or can't, then a base verb, like be or no. Be careful to avoid a common mistake, using must not or mustn't to say something is impossible. In the logic of English deductions, can't is the true opposite of must. Using can't ensures your sentences sound natural to a native speaker. That handles the present. However, the structure changes when the event we are discussing has already happened. Section B provides a past tense scenario. Friends aren't answering the door, so they must have left. To discuss past events, follow this second table. Add our modal verb, the word have, and the past participle. Must go becomes must have gone. A frequent error here is using the simple past tense instead of the past participle. For example, saying must went instead of the correct form. Always pair have with the past participle. Mastering this perfect infinitive is how you discuss past events with technical accuracy. Let's put these patterns to work in your book. We will start with exercise 28.1, where we need to choose the appropriate modal verb. For exercise 28.1 question 2, the restaurant is full, so write must. For question 3, it's empty, requiring can't. In exercise 28.2, you provide both forms. Question 2 is present tense, using must be. Question 1 is past tense, using must have dropped. If you identify the timing of the situation before you write, choosing the right verb form becomes an automatic reflex. Finally, exercise 28.3 requires you to build entire past tense sentences from provided prompts. In question 2, the prompts are she, get, and my message. Since Sarah hasn't contacted me, it's logically impossible she received it. To express this past event, we write the subject she, modal can't, have, and past participle got. By analyzing the situation and applying the past tense formula, you have successfully constructed the most complex deduction in the unit. As you can see, you now have a reliable system for breaking down every single scenario on this page. To summarize, for current situations, use must or can't with a base verb. For past situations, use must or can't followed by have and a past participle. Ensure you identify the time frame correctly and avoid using mustn't to describe an impossibility. Now use these structural patterns to finish the remaining questions in exercises 28.1, 28.2, and 28.3 on your own. You have all the tools necessary for an accurate result.